when allowing people to come into the university, stating that being a minority received double the points than having a high ACT score. They also admitted that race is a factor in their admittance process, stating that this was no different than children of alumni or scholarship athletes. The courts finally ruled that race being a factor is constitutional, but the point system is not and needed to be changed. This is from the U.S. Supreme Court media. The next case is about a 35-year-old man who was denied entrance into a college twice. In the Regents versus the University of California versus Bake case of 1977, he was denied twice entrance into the college, saying the college had reserved 16 spots for minorities as part of their affirmative action plan. Although his GPA and qualifications far exceeded the minorities both years, he was denied, and the Supreme Court ultimately decided he should be admitted and the rules needed to be reevaluated. This is from the U.S. Supreme Court media. In a 2005 article entitled "Affirmative Action Hurts Those It's Supposed to Help," a new trend began to emerge. Affirmative action is no longer helpful to those in giving them preferential treatment, from the Affirmative Action Hurts article. In a study done by Stephen Cole and Eleanor Barber, it found that preferential treatment at Ivy League colleges had a negative effect on academic aspirations of minorities. From the Affirmative Action article, their in-depth findings are as follows. Minorities were troubled by other classmates, which led to lower grades on average. This then affected their confidence and made them believe that they could not complete their PhD programs. Minorities with preferences at Ivy Leagues are half as likely as minorities without preferences at state universities to follow their academic plans. In a study by Rogers Elliott, a Dartmouth psychologist, he found that these results are just as serious in the sciences field alone. And a study by the author of the article found that after collecting data in 30,000 law students, the results were much more serious when it came to law schools. Elite law schools have substantial preferential treatment for minorities in an effort to create diversity in their application pool. This, in turn, is a domino effect down the hierarchy of law schools. 80 to 90% of minorities at elite law schools are accepted on much more than their academic credentials, from the Sanders article. The assumption is as follows. The affirmative action assumption is that by helping them to get into the college, they will succeed. But minorities with preferences were in the bottom 10th of their classes, and minorities with preferences were 2.5 times more likely to drop out than minorities without preferences, from the Sanders study. Today, 85% of minorities accepted into colleges with preferences would have been accepted even if they were not granted preferences, disputing that they need a preference to be accepted and to succeed in the college atmosphere. The Sanders data shows that affirmative action